Thank you, Michael. Great information, and I'm going to apologize. Well, I'm just a teacher. We're not modeling good teaching because we're talking at you today. So, but hopefully the chairs are comfortable enough. You'll be fine. Helen Teal. That's actually not her last name. She has another last name, Helen Henry, but Helen it represents Teals. There's a table out there, and Helen is just about the most awesome person in the universe.
There you go.
Well, thank you. Okay, I'm in the wrong field. I want to become a cybersecurity person. Before I introduce myself, I'd like to introduce you to Mark Kondo. He is a teacher in Quincy, Washington, which is this little teeny town by George, Washington, which is by the gorge, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Nary a computer scientist to be seen yet. Still, he's been able to offer computer science programming all the way up to AP Computer Science this year. So next slide, and hopefully we can play.
TEAS is basically a voluntary program where you as an industry professional who have education in computer science can volunteer to teach in high schools who do not have computer science teachers.
Quincy, Washington is a small rural town. A lot of Hispanic students, 80% Hispanic in our school. We have a large number of low income. You know, really what that translates into the classroom is kids have sometimes less support, many times other challenges in their life.
I guess growing up, I had it pretty hard. I came to Washington in the 8th grade and just moving to somewhere where I had no idea where I was going. It was really hard for me. It was one of my friends that told me about the class. I think it's pretty cool that they're actually helping us and giving the opportunity for people to learn about computers and new languages of programming.
The impact is huge. A lot of students are now considering computer science in the college years when they didn't even think about it before because they didn't have exposure to these opportunities.
If you were coaching a sport, if you had a Major League Baseball player coming in to coach your team, that's really what TEALS is. You know, they're bringing in these industry professionals working through Skype. Some of them are the best in their business, and bringing them to the students in the classroom.
That really adds credibility to the program. This is a person who is not just lecturing us. These are the guys who are doing this job day in, day out, so they know what they're talking about.
Actually, only 25% of the high schools in the United States have access to computer science at the moment. So that's one thing that TEALS wants to improve. This opportunity that the kids are having with TEALS is amazing. It's something that not everybody has.
The TEALS volunteers, they've been more than supportive. They really care about our community here. The kids are showing up to class because they want to learn.
All right, so as Terrell said, my name is Helen Henry, and 3 years ago I was at a school in Washington that had no computer science whatsoever. And I wanted and believed in computer science and wanted to bring computer science to my students. So I found out about TEALS, and they found me 5 software developer volunteers that came into my classroom every day, every morning, first period for a year, and taught AP Computer Science. I actually sat in a desk and took the class with my students. Raised my hand, asked questions. Second year, they still came in. I started teaching a little bit more. And after 2 years, 80% of our classroom teachers can teach programming on their own. It's an amazing program. It almost sounds too good to be true. Next. I don't think I need to go into the problem too much. You all know the problem is 42,000 high schools in the U.S., 16 million enrolled, I have 93% of parents versus 90 want to learn, and the majority of schools do not currently teach computer science. Next. And as we just heard, this is where the jobs are going to be, right? Preaching to the choir. Next. So where are all the CS teachers? Well, for our computer science majors that are now graduating from college, a lot of them have a lot of debt, right? So you come out of college and you go, $30,000 teacher salary, $90,000 programming salary, or if you go into cyber, $150,000. They can't afford to be teachers. However, a lot of them wish they could. And so, because of that, we can find these volunteers. We're going to have 1,100 volunteers next year in 28 states, 350 schools. Next. So, our belief that the answer to the lack of computer science classes is train the teacher. Train the teacher. Take those teachers that want to learn computer science, that want to teach computer science, pair them up with some great volunteers that want to help teach computer science and train the teachers. Next. So just real quickly, what do? Teal supports 3 classes. One of them is Intro to Computer Science. It's based on Beauty and Joy of Computing. It starts out with SNAP the first semester and then goes Python second semester. Next. AP Computer Science A, we teach towards taking that AP test in May. I think it's like going to be late May this time. Our course is based on University of Washington CS 142. It's the first course computer science majors at UW take. Next. And AP Computer Science Principles. This one has just come out, finished the first year this year. We actually can't co-teach this one yet, but we can provide lab support. And I know some of you are going to the week-long code.org training for this. And who's going to the code.org training? Drew, anybody else? Yeah, so code.org is providing the training for that. Next. As you saw, we do remote teaching classes. So in some of these small communities, there's just no way you can find a software developer to come in and volunteer. We're going to be at Seaside High School next year. And we actually found one local and 4 remote. We're in 33% of my schools, so I have like 10 remote schools, and it's all done because of volunteers that are Skyping in during the first period classroom. Next. What have we done so far? Classroom impact, volunteers. The students, 87% of the students say that they like our volunteers. 80% feel they're proficient. Our average AP score is 10% higher than the national average. We've taught over 25,000 students, 2,200 volunteers, 6,500. I'll just let you look at it. It's amazing. And this year, like I said, 350 schools around the nation, 100 schools in Washington State. That's where we started. Only 4 in Oregon, but I'm hoping with the help of fabulous people like Drew to be able to really bump up that number next year. Next. So started with a story, want to end with a story. Jeremy Moore, he attended our first remote school, which is in Kentucky. It was all the oil and coal business there. Parents, never been to college. He took Teals, really changed him around, got up that grade point average. He's currently a student at University of Pennsylvania. Just an amazing success story. So, what to do now? Next. Stop by and get some jelly beans and a card. Our application for 2018-19 opens up in November, and I would love to see 20 Oregon high schools next year. That would be really wonderful. So thank you, Kathy and Terrell. I feel really honored to be part of helping you guys bring computer science to students in Oregon. Thank you.